Namastasye, Namo Namah.
Ekam is a movement in consciousness founded by Sri Preethaji and Sri Krishnaji, spread across over 100 nations of the world. This spiritual movement has led millions to a direct experience of their personal divine and the manifestation of breathtaking miracles. Seekers throng to Ekam, the mystic powerhouse at the heart of Ekam movement, to awaken from illusion, ignorance, and suffering.
Now I have a lot of ease and peace toward myself, and I feel that I'm so complete, and I start love myself, and I start connect to the people around me, the nature around me, and I start realizing I'm able to flow with the flow of life.
It felt really liberating, like I finally got through what was making me angry or sad at my parents. I finally got through it, and it feels really good.
As an entrepreneur, what I have been looking for, or what I look for all the time, is clarity. And what's amazing about Krishnaji is that when you listen to him and you talk to him, he's got a complete blueprint of what works and what does not work. And that's what I like about his programs, that they come from a place, a knowledge, a wisdom that does not come from books. It comes from a deep knowing.
Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityor ma amritam gamaya.
Every human being has one primal wish that appears as numerous other desires. You want to be happy. But it is sad that you seek this happiness in the outside without ever ridding your own consciousness of suffering, ignorance, and separation. Most people are like hungry and thirsty children who are lost and abandoned in the middle of a desert. It is this fear and unhappiness within them that makes them hurt each other. But their desert-like life is the result of the kind of consciousness with which they live and will disappear upon awakening. An unenlightened consciousness and unawakened consciousness is at the root of most problems. In an unawakened state, you continually engage in generating negative karmic actions and accumulate negative karmic balance, which result in obstacles such as relationship conflicts, breakdown of mental and physical health, or the perceived and actual economic insufficiency. It is also the collective unawakened consciousness that is at the root of most global problems of war, poverty, division, and environmental destruction. Your awakening is the only solution to stem the further birthing of problems and the dissolution of existing challenges. And the collective awakening of human consciousness is the only enduring panacea for all of world problems. That is why our single most important mission is individual enlightenment and collective awakening of humankind. We belong to Mukti Sampradaya, and it is our mission to awaken 74,000 people into Sampurna Jivan Muktas, or total liberated beings. For when 0.001% of human population is enlightened, the balance tilts in human consciousness towards compassion and oneness. This has been the mission of my parents, Shri Amma and Shri Bhagavan, and 5 generations of sages who have gone before them. And Shri Preethaji and I intend to fulfill this sacred mission of great liberation of humanity in our own lifetimes. Scores of people around you are already stepping into this realm of enlightenment, and we invite you to join this magnificent movement in consciousness.
I experience this flow now, and it's in my body, and it's so incredibly awesome. It's like this beautiful current of universal life force. That's who I really am. I'm so very appreciative of Krishnaji and Preethaji for the beautiful teachings, their processes, and the Limitless Field meditations. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And suffering, I thought it will bring me attention from other people. Yeah, and now I understood that it's not about the attention, it's not about the superiority, it's all about the connection and this state which helps you to connect to the people that I was totally disconnected. I'm really appreciated for this. Thank you so much.
Every night now I am laying in a state of bliss consciousness that pervades my whole physical being. All through the evening I have deep states of silence that abide during the day. It's not like just having this and then it's stopping.
Shatamalam bhavati shatayu purusha shatindriya ayushya vindriya pratitishtati. Shatamalam bhavati shatayu purusha shatindriya ayushya vindri 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 pratitishtati. Shatamalam bhavati पुरुषोषतीन्द्रिय आयुष्यविन्द्रिय प्रतिष्ठति पुरुषोषतीन्द्रिय आयुष्यविन्द्रिय प्रतिष्ठति शतमानं भवति शतयु 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 पुरुषोषतीन्द्रिय आयुष्यविन्द्रिय प्रतिष्ठति 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 प्रतिष्ठति
Sri Preethaji and Sri Krishnaji are spiritual leaders, mystics, and philosophers of our time. They have co-created Ekam, a mystic powerhouse located in the state of Andhra Pradesh, India. Sri Preethaji and Sri Krishnaji have over 2,000 trained volunteers who lead their events all over the world. Millions of seekers are drawn to them in quest of greater purpose, peace, and awakening. World-renowned leaders come to Ekam to learn from them and to meditate in their presence. At a tender age of 11, Sri Krishnaji had his first experience of enlightenment and God realization. Ever since then, when people meditate with him, they experience a healing of long-held wounds, their anxiety dissolves, and they move into higher states of consciousness. Sri Preethaji's presence spontaneously opens the hearts of seekers to love and compassion beyond measure. To listen and to learn from her is a blessing of several lifetimes. Sri Preethaji and Sri Krishnaji run a huge charitable initiative, Oneness Changemakers, a foundation that offers free transformational education in schools and colleges in India and across the world. They support their daughter Loka in running her massive charity, Loka Foundation, which supports and improves the lives of people in 1,000 villages around Ekam.
The truth is one. The wise perceive it in many ways. Cosmic reality is one. Every perception of reality is wise. All perceptions of the one reality are wise. So why conflict at all?
Ekam sat vibra hai, bahuta vadanti. Ekam sat vibra hai,
Namaste. Welcome to the Global Limitless Field Meditation. We are connecting with you from Ekam, the World Center for Enlightenment. I'm Purnima, a disciple of Sri Preethaji and Sri Krishnaji, and I will be facilitating today's Limitless Field experience for you. In a few moments from now, Sri Preethaji will be here to address and throw light on the issue of conflict resolution and about bringing harmony at every level of our life, at an individual level, within ourselves, within our families, within our organizations, and at a global level. Many seekers around the world have asked several questions to Sri Preethaji and to Sri Krishnaji on the issue of conflict resolution. And today we will ask a few to Sri Preethaji to shine the light of wisdom and answer them for us. So let us now welcome Sri Preethaji joyfully to lead us forward into the Limitless Field experience.
Namaste. You're entering the limitless field for harmony and peace in families, in organizations, communities, nations, and the world. And all of this definitely begins with peace in you. It begins with peace and harmony in your consciousness. If you are peaceful in your consciousness, you'll contribute to peace in your families. Please do not complain about conflict in your families, especially when your mind is like a battlefield. Every one of you is either a contributor to harmony or to disruption. There are no passive onlookers. Such a thing as passive onlookers does not exist in consciousness. So the question to you, what are you radiating? Ask this question of yourself every day. And take the only action you need to take. Set yourself free of suffering and violence and move towards enlightenment. Let us take the questions now.
Pranam Sri Preethaji. This question is from Sasha, Ukraine. Dear Preethaji, it is Sasha from Ukraine. I write to you with my love and gratitude for your support and your prayers. You know what terrible things happen in this war to our lives, our dreams, our families, and our honor. I want to ask your guidance for all of us in two questions. First, how to cope with all of this. It is totally impossible for our people now to stay calm. Lot of pain and lot of loss caused by hatred, fear, disappointment, and total devastation. We are lonely and lost. We just feel an overwhelming pain. What could you recommend to us, Sri Preethaji, how to cope with all of this? As it is very difficult in such situation to stay calm and intelligent. And the second one, I talk to so many people around and everybody says the same. I feel empty, lost, and don't know how to go on. It is felt by everyone as there is no sense of life anymore. no goals, and no vision. Because every moment is like dark. We can't think about even going on working and doing anything to go on. All our thoughts are about this terrible war. It looks like we are all erased from reality. And all our world was destroyed in one day when this horror started. All nation like lost everything that we loved in one day. And we all can't go on working, trying to re-establish our lives. But at the same time, we need to move forward. Not just protect our lives and our home, but at the same time to work on our future, to get at least any money to work, but no energy at all. What can we do? Please guide us.
Sasha? Shri Krishnaji, and my heart goes out to you and to every person who has lost so much in this war. No words can help you or all the victims of this war cope with the tragedies you have suffered. It is very sad that humanity has not yet learned the evils of war. Sasha, you're a tapasvi. And you have responsibility. And you have the power to minimize the suffering of the people around you. You have the wisdom, you have the state of consciousness, and definitely enormous blessings to get over your own shock and disappointment. Because of whatever is happening. Today in the Limitless Field, I will bless you. And I will bless all our Ekam followers to find the strength you need at this time. Reach out to other people. Reach out to them online. Reach out to them on calls. Meditate with them. Pray with them. Do not allow them to sink further into hate. The more you hate, I will say, the more you will lose. The more you suffer, I will say, the more you hurt your children unconsciously. Not only does the war hurt them, you too will hurt them in your bitterness. This war is the most unfortunate situation that has erupted on the world. And it has arisen because of the anger, ambition, separation, and division that have been bred over centuries. Leaders have encouraged this separation. They've allowed this hate to grow. Every day of hate and anger you nurture towards someone, you are turning the possibility of war into more and more of a reality. And I would say this is true not only of Russia and Ukraine. This is true of every nation in the world. This is true of every family that is at war. This is true of every conflicted community. As a tapasvi, use the power of your diksha to heal hearts. pray with those who may be looking for strength and faith. Share wisdom with those who may still be open to it. Meditate with them. And everyone you reach out to, doors of grace will open. A new future will show up. The future may not be the one you anticipated or wanted, but it can still be a beautiful future if only you do not sink into despair and suffering. Rise up, Sasha. Let all the followers of Ekam, both in Ukraine and Russia, rise and reach out to the victims of war. You have to contribute to the ending of rage and hate. You have to be an instrument of peace. Don't make anyone right or wrong. It is hate, it is ambition, it is violence that are wrong. These suffering states are the sources of war, sources of evil. Let us talk of war and conflict in general. I want every one of you to think along with me. War and conflict, I would say, are the easiest to begin, but I would say they are the hardest to end. War breeds hate. The Russian soldiers hating the Ukrainian soldiers hating the Russian soldiers. Russian citizen hating the Ukrainian citizens, and the Ukrainian citizens hating the Russians. What have these individuals got against each other? Nothing. But yet, they are led to hate. War means lies. Leaders fill lies in the heads of their citizens, so they too can become part of hate machinery. They too can become part of the hate machinery and support them in the acts of destruction. Think of it. Any benefit that may come from war is far, far insignificant when compared to loss, death, destruction that the war brings. Shattered dreams, widows, orphaned children, broken homes, unemployment, poverty, and the toxins left behind by the war, disease. What good can come from war? The hate you build in you today, you pass it on to your children and their children. The victims on both sides want to have their vengeance. And samskaras of this vengeance, samskaras or the tendencies of fear, of conflict, of hate, it gets passed on from one generation to the other. When one generation goes to war, it does not mean it ends with them. War continues into the future generations. What good can war bring? If every leader of the world will wake up and weed out violence from their consciousness, then our problems can be solved without wars. If every person who is in a responsible position can weed out frustration, anger, and hate from their consciousness, conflicts and confrontations between families, groups, departments can be avoided. Peaceful solutions can be found.
Let us now move into a prayer. We will connect with the immense grace and power of the Divine to heal the wounds of several millions of people who are right now suffering physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially because of the war. Let us connect as one being and one heart in our prayers, even as Sri Preethaji blesses them immensely from the powerful state of Ekam, or divine oneness. Gently close your eyes. Let us connect with the Divine and invoke the blessings of the Divine to flow powerfully now. Hold the people of Ukraine in your hearts and ask the Divine to heal them of all their emotional pain and trauma, to heal the hearts of children who have become victims of the war, to heal the hearts of the grieving family members who have lost their loved ones. Bless them all for material prosperity to flow into their lives. Ask the Divine to lead every one of them towards a peaceful and a happy future, to help them create a new life for themselves and their children. Ask the Divine to dissolve the hate that is burning in the hearts of the perpetrators of violence and fill them with peace. Ask for peace in the hearts of leaders so they bring an end to this inhumanity. Ask for this war to end altogether and for peace to reign. Let us chant the Shanti mantra. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. This chant means, may all beings live in happiness. May all beings live in peace. May all beings live whole and complete lives. May all beings be blessed. If you know the mantra, you may chant along with us.
Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु
You may gently open your eyes. One of the several visions launched by Sri Preethaji for supporting seekers around the world on the path of enlightenment is the Oneness Yoga Challenge. This year, the Oneness Yoga Challenge is to wake your body's mystic. Sri Preethaji will be leading you through a 7-day online adventure, Chakra Yoga. Sri Preethaji's creation of Chakra Yoga is inspired by ancient Himalayan yogis pursuing enlightenment and the mystic experiences that Sri Preethaji has delved into. Let us watch a presentation on the Oneness Yoga Challenge 2022.
Namaste. Welcome to Oneness Yoga Challenge 2022 to Wake Body Bliss. Your yoga challenge for this year is to activate your chakra power. And this 7-day Oneness Yoga Challenge is created from ancient Himalayan yogic traditions and our own mystic revelations. This year's Yoga Challenge is a mystic movement of the body. As you stretch and stay, as you tense and relax, chant and focus, breathe and hold, each day of the challenge you will manifest energies of stability, delight, courage, love, flow, awareness, and oneness. Graceful postures, chanting the mantras, visualizing the yantras, and transforming the rhythms of your breath as you dance through the yogic movements. You wake up to your body bliss. Life will feel like a celebration. It will feel youthful and vibrant. I ask you to take up the challenge and join the yogis and yoginis from every nation of the world who will be part of this Oneness Yoga Challenge. Rise to the challenge. The 7th day of the Oneness Yoga Challenge will culminate on the 21st of June, the International Day of Yoga. On this final day, Yoga enthusiasts all over the world will form into oneness yoga mobs and experience the collective rush of energy, collective surge of oneness through yoga. Be part of oneness yoga mobs. Create oneness yoga mobs.
In a few moments from now, we will move into the Limitless Field meditation with Shri Preethaji. Kindly become seated. Do not move around. Put your mobile phones on silence. This is a very sacred and intense time when all of us together will enter the happening zone. Let us move into silence, holding your spine erect. Breathe slowly and deeply. Rest your hands upon your thighs with palms facing upwards. Let the tips of your index fingers touch the tips of your thumbs. And feel as if your breath is moving into your heart center. Gently close your eyes. Receive blessings from Shri Preethaji for your inner conflicts to be dissolved and for you to move into harmony and peace within yourself. Join your palms at your heart in prayer. Let us now immerse in Ekam mantra. Hamsa Soham Ekam. As you chant this mantra, feel that you and the divine are deeply connected. The divine is in your heart, and you are in the heart of the divine. Gently relax your hands. Hold your attention upon your eyebrow center. Feel the immense energies from the limitless field enter your eyebrow center and flow into your body. Shri Preethaji will now lead you into a state of profound harmony and peace. Peace with yourself, peace with all your family members, and peace with people who are a part of your work life. You may slowly open your eyes. It was so wonderful to connect with all of you in this sacred and powerful Limitless Field experience. Please make a note that the manifest with Sri Preethaji for the month of May will happen on the 8th of May. You will enter a mystic journey with Sri Preethaji, which would be manifest flow, manifest purification of 3 dimensions. For all international participants from the East, your manifest would happen at 6:30 a.m. India time. For international participants from the West, your manifest would happen at 9:30 p.m. India time. And for all Indian participants, your manifest would be at 5 p.m. India time. Wishing each and every one of you abundance of blessings. Namaste.
Shatamalam bhavati shatayu purusha shatindriya ayushya vindriya pratitishtati. 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 Arogyavan bhava saubhagyavan bhava yashasvi bhava ayushyavan bhava arogyavan Purushashatindriya Ayushyavindriya Pratithishtati Ayushyavan Bhava Arogyavan Bhava Shatamalam Bhavati Shatayu Purushashatindriya Ayushyavindriya Pratithishtati Arogyavan Bhava Shatamalam Bhavati Shatayu Purushashatindriya Ayushyavindriya Pratithishtati Ayushyavan Bhava Arogyavan Bhava Shatamalam Bhavati Shatayu Purushashatindriya Ayushyavindriya Pratithishtati Ayushyavan Bhava Arogyavan Bhavati Shatayu Purushashatindriya